Hello, people of YouTube. How are you today? It's me, Abby, and if I sound sick and look like crap, that's because I am sick and I look like crap. So, today I'm going to be redoing the video when I did the Halloween makeup tutorial with my friend Kirsty. As everybody knows from my last video that I did make, that I was going to be fixing it up and doing the rest of the YouTube video. For this one, I'm not going to be doing like my full face again. I am just going to be doing it on the back of my hand right here, just so I don't take up too much time and that it's still going to leave the same effect. So you could do it on any part of the body. But just also remember that I am not a makeup artist. I am just somebody who's doing this for fun and who likes the special effects industry and makeup in general, considering the fact that I have so much makeup. Like, I have a lot of makeup, but I'm going to be redoing that video. And I'm not going to be relisting all the products that I did use, because if you want to check that out and check out the first part of it, I'll link it down in the description. Let's get started. I'll get back to where we did. Okay, we got on to the part where we left off at, where it kind of looked like this after we poked the holes and stuff. So now I'm going to be using this LA Jumbo black pencil, and I'm going to be going in a little bit within each hole like this, and like patting it out, if that makes sense, just to give it some more depth. Like, we're not completely covering it in black. We're going to put a little bit, and then we're going to tap it out. So we're going to get a little bit like that, and we're going to just blend it around the hole, just so it gives some depth in it. Like, for certain parts that have like this little crevice and stuff, it'll give it depth. I'll show you in a second. Okay, I think if you could see where the black is now, where it kind of, like, at first it just is going to look black, and right now it looks kind of gross in my hand, but I'm going to start adding browns right now, and you'll see in a second. With this palette I got off the Wish app, you can see it's definitely been used. I'm going to go into this brown, coat my brush, and within those little parts, I'm going to start painting it and then tapping it out to give it like that burnt brownie texture. I'm going in the hole, each hole, tapping it out, every single one, and then you'll see what I'm going to do next. I also went around the rim just so it kind of gave it like a dirty kind of look. I'm going to add more black later, but next we're going to be going in with that very vibrant red right here that has clearly been used, and I'm taking just a normal Halloween sponge that I ripped up, if you could see that, to give it more texture. And we're going to just dab this literally all over to take away like that white color, but yet to add like this weird blotchy discoloration to make it look much, much, much nicer. So get a little bit more of that red and just tap it all around. And go a little bit even outside to give it like this like uneven effect, because you want that, because no burns are even, except for the one I'm making, kind of, because I'm like that. Oh, didn't check. Always remember to see if the latex is dry, or you're gonna ruin a sponge. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going in with like a black cream paint. This is gonna look very messy, and yes it is, but I'm literally just tapping this all over those white spots. Remember, I'm not a professional. This is just my way of doing it. And you're going to see what I'm going to do next, because you have to, with this kind of look, you do go back and forth with the colors. So I'm going to be going back in with the reds, browns, adding more color, taking out more color, and I'll get back with you, and you'll see what it's going to look like in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Clearly, if my camera will focus, you can see that I went back and forth with the browns and reds and blacks to make this like burnt chart effect. You may think it's not looking good right now because it looks too dark, but now I'm going to be going in with this skin tone kind of white, and I'm going to be adding this sponge that it was meant for blood, but I ripped up and stippled it. Yes, it's gross because I've used it before in the past, and I'm going to dip it in that white, coat it, and tap various spots to give it texture and make it look blotchy. Again, we want that blotchiness because it makes it look uneven, gross, and discolored. And I'm not adding it everywhere, but I'm adding it to more places than some. And we are still not done, because now we're going to get to Abby's favorite part. Okay, and with a sponge full of blood, I'm going to barely tap it in certain areas to give a shine, because currently I do not have lube, and I know this is going to sound weird, but all burns have a distinct shine to them, and there's not a lot of blood involved. But for me, I purposely discolor some of the parts, so when I add the blood, it gives like that distinct shine to it, and gives it that gross looking texture. And with this blood, I did get it at the Halloween store. It is a vampire blood and not like stage blood, all that, because vampire blood is much, much darker, don't get me wrong. And stage blood has more of that distinct, like, runny red color. And then there's stuff like scab blood, which just is coagulated blood, which we are going to be using right now. Just wait. Okay, and with this stippled sponge, I'm going to be dipping very lightly into my little bit of scab blood that I have that cost me a lot of money. And I'm just going to, again, go around in certain places. And after a certain amount of time, this is going to scab over and give like the effect of, it being charred and scabbed. Because you could literally use this on your own to give like a bloody nose effect that like dried up, and it's going to look amazing. And again, I'm just going to go all around, get a little bit more. And I'm adding it also to the high planes, like up here where it kind of has like some divots. You can see I'm adding it to there. And also around the sides, just so it gives it like that gross texture to make it look like blood did like spray out. I'll show you right now when it dries. Okay, it's currently been 5 minutes, and this is the final look. I will try to shine it in the light, far away, close up, just so you can see it. So it gives like this weird charred appearance, and this is the final look I did on Kiersey. But with hers, I did add a little bit more red tones, considering the fact that it was on her face, and it'd be closer to the light. But also, if you want to, you can add pink tones, you can add more white to give it more texture, more blotchiness. You can add more browns if you want like a really, really burnt charred effect, more blacks, of course. It's all up to you. Sometimes you can add a little bit of green and yellow to make an infected look, or what I've seen some people do is after they make it look something like this, they'll put a little bit of water and acid tablets to make it look like a chemical burn, or some people like to use lube, like I said, lube, or there's something called Ultra Sweat, which is kind of like lube, where you can put it on and it gives it like the effect of tears, the effect of like that shininess that a usual burn has, because the burns have a lot of moisture to them. But this is my effect, which is like a burn that is like really dark, really charred and stuff like that. If you like to see it much closer with different lighting, I will be posting it to my Instagram after this video, so I hope that you have a wonderful day. Remember to please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. You will see videos from me whenever I decide to post them and when I'm not busy. And I usually do a lot more fun videos. If you want, you can check the other videos that I've made in my little box and stuff. Hope you have a great day. See ya. Bye.